Imagine a world where your words not only convey your thoughts, but also command attention and inspire action. Effective communication is the cornerstone of meaningful relationships, pivotal career advancements, and the growth of personal confidence. Every interaction is an opportunity to influence others, yet many shy away from asserting their needs, losing out on potential connections and opportunities. This book will unveil the transformative power of mastering the art of assertive asking, a skill that will unlock doors in both personal and professional realms. Prepare to embark on a journey filled with actionable techniques that will elevate your communication and empower your voice. Master the Ask, compiled and published by Verbal Charisma. Chapter 1. The Science of Asking with Confidence. Picture this. You're in a meeting, and your colleague raises a hand to suggest an idea. The room quiets, everyone listens attentively, and suddenly, her suggestion becomes the focal point of discussion. This moment reflects the undeniable power of asking with confidence. Research shows that people who skillfully articulate their needs are more likely to succeed in personal relationships and career advancements. You see, the ability to ask for what you want is not merely a communication skill. It is an art form that influences our interactions and ultimately shapes our lives. Asking with confidence means clearly and assertively expressing your needs while maintaining respect for yourself and others. This skill plays a vital role in human interaction, defining the dynamics of everything from workplace negotiations to personal relationships. Yet, many shy away from asserting their desires, hampering potential connections and stunting their growth. Understanding how to harness the power of asking can lead to remarkable transformations, enriching your life and the lives of those around you. Consider the situation where someone hesitates to request a promotion, opting instead for silence due to fear of rejection or doubt. On the flip side, take a moment to visualize a confident communicator who approaches their boss with a well-thought-out proposal, backed by their accomplishments and future plans. The latter not only voices their aspirations, but does so in a manner that inspires trust and respect. To build this skill, you can start by practicing a few straightforward techniques. First, begin with what I call the no apologies approach. When making a request, resist the urge to qualify your ask with justifications or apologies. Instead, own your needs with straightforwardness. For example, instead of saying, "I'm sorry to bother you, but could you help me with this project?" try, "I would appreciate your insights on this project." This subtle shift changes the tone from uncertain to confident. Next, pay attention to your body language. An open posture, steady eyes, and a calm tone can make a world of difference. Stand tall and bring your hands away from your body. This openness conveys confidence. You can role-play this with a trustworthy friend, practicing various requests together while focusing on maintaining strong posture and eye contact. It's all about embodying the very confidence you wish to project. Another effective technique is to visualize your success before making your ask. Imagine the positive outcome of the conversation. This mental rehearsal sets a triumphant expectation, helping you approach your request with a sense of certainty. As we delve deeper into this book, you will discover additional techniques to elevate your asking skills. By mastering this essential skill, you will not just communicate better. You will thrive in every facet of your personal and professional life. And don't forget, for more insights like these, subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma. Chapter 2. Speak Up, Finding Your Assertive Voice. Imagine a scene in a bustling cafe where a man sits across from a group of friends, but he's quiet, nodding along while ideas bounce around the table. Suddenly, one friend leans in, directly asking him for his opinion. He hesitates, stutters a half-hearted response, and quickly reverts to silence. In contrast, think of another individual who, when asked for their thoughts, leans forward, speaks with clarity, and shares a well-articulated point of view. Just like that, the atmosphere shifts. The confident speaker engages others, inviting their participation. This illustrates the immense power of having an assertive voice in shaping interactions and influencing dynamics. An assertive voice is simply the ability to express your thoughts, needs, and opinions clearly and respectfully, without aggression or passivity. It's not about dominating a conversation. Rather, it's about standing firm in your perspective while acknowledging the viewpoints of others. The importance of this skill is profound. It not only enables you to communicate effectively, but also fosters respect in your relationships, boosts your confidence, and encourages open dialogue. In every interaction, whether in a meeting or a casual conversation, how you articulate your presence matters. Consider the difference when a colleague feels undervalued in a team discussion. Instead of speaking up and sharing an innovative idea, fear washes over them, leading to missed opportunities. Alternatively, envision another team member who, knowing their contributions are valuable, raises their hand and asserts their thoughts confidently. This not only elevates their status within the group, but also enriches the team's output with fresh ideas. If you're looking to find and strengthen your assertive voice, there are practical techniques to get you started. First, practice the mirror technique. Stand before a mirror and engage in a conversation with yourself about a topic that genuinely matters to you. Notice your body language and tone. Are you slouching? Is your voice barely audible? Adjusting these can significantly enhance your message. Next, adopt the pause and breathe method. Before responding in discussions, take a moment to inhale deeply. It gives you the time to gather your thoughts, prevents you from speaking impulsively, and allows you to articulate your response with clarity. Imagine being in a meeting where a challenging question is posed. This technique can help you feel less rushed and more measured in your response. Another effective strategy is to create ask scenarios. Role-play potential conversations with supportive friends or colleagues, focusing on situations that make you uneasy. By rehearsing these interactions beforehand, you create a mental blueprint that can make expressing yourself in real-life situations feel more manageable. As you move forward, remember that cultivating an assertive voice is an ongoing journey. Each time you choose to speak clearly and confidently, you enhance your ability to connect, influence, and inspire others. Embracing this powerful skill will not only enrich your interactions, but will also lay the groundwork for a more fulfilling personal and professional life. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, to continue enhancing your communication skills and discovering your full potential. Chapter 3: Words That Work, Crafting the Perfect Ask. Imagine stepping into a room filled with decision makers, your heart racing as you prepare to present an idea you've nurtured for weeks. Then, you deliver your ask with clarity and passion, and suddenly the room shifts. Eyes widen, nods of agreement surface, and the atmosphere crackles with intrigue. The power of words is undeniable. They can evoke emotions, spark interest, and compel others to take action. Crafting the perfect ask is not just about what you say, it's about how you say it and the intent behind your words. At its core, the skill of crafting a compelling ask involves articulating your needs and desires in a way that resonates with the listener. It means being clear about what you want while also considering the perspectives and motivations of those you speak with. This skill is crucial because effective communication not only advances your ideas, but also builds bridges between you and your audience. When you can express your requests compellingly, you not only increase the likelihood of a favorable response, but also enhance the relationships you cultivate. Consider the scenario of two employees seeking budget approval for a new project. The first simply states, "I need funds for a project," without providing context or enthusiasm. The second employee approaches the conversation by framing their ask within the company's goals, saying, "By investing in this project, we can boost sales by 20%, creating a win-win situation for us all." The latter approach connects the ask to a shared objective, making it much more compelling and likely to succeed. To develop this skill, start by practicing the why-what technique. Before making your ask, clarify why it matters to you personally and what impact it could have on the listener. This means transforming your request into a story that resonates. For example, if you need assistance on a project, you might express how their expertise can lead to a transformative outcome for the team. Next, hone your ability to frame your ask using positive language. Instead of saying, "I wish I could do this," shift to, "I am excited about the possibilities this project can offer." Positive phrasing not only uplifts your message, but also captivates your audience. You might consider practicing this technique with a friend by presenting various scenarios in which you use affirmative language and observing how it alters the conversation's energy. Additionally, work on incorporating specificity into your asks. Rather than saying, "Can you help me?" clarify what help looks like. Instead, say, "Could you review my presentation and provide feedback by Thursday?" This specificity creates actionable steps for your listener, making it easy for them to respond positively to your request. Role-playing these scenarios can help build your confidence in articulating precise asks. Finally, always remember that your body language and tone play equally crucial roles in effective communication. Stand tall, maintain eye contact, and project your voice with enthusiasm. You might simulate this in front of a mirror, observing how your demeanor changes the impact of your words. As you continue to refine your skills in crafting effective asks, you'll find your confidence growing and your interactions transforming. Remember, every ask is an opportunity to deepen connections and create meaningful dialogue. For more insights and guidance on this journey, subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and unlock your potential in communication mastery. Chapter 4: The Subtle Power of Tone and Timing. Picture yourself in a crowded room, engaged in conversation, when a friend suddenly leans in and whispers, "I need to tell you something important." The urgency in their voice grabs your attention, making you hang on every word. Now imagine if, instead, they said the same phrase in a hurried, distracted tone. The message would lose its weight and significance, highlighting the incredible impact of tone and timing. Communication is much more than the words we choose. It encompasses the essence of how we deliver those words. This chapter emphasizes the often overlooked power of tone and timing in effective communication, making it essential for anyone looking to assert themselves with clarity and confidence. Tone refers to the emotional quality or attitude that accompanies your words, while timing is all about when you choose to speak up or make your ask. Understanding and mastering these elements can enhance the way your message is received and pave the way for more successful interactions. This skill is vital in fostering effective dialogue, setting the mood for discussions, and establishing rapport with those around you. Good timing can mean the difference between a moment of connection and a disengaged conversation, while the right tone can evoke enthusiasm, trust, or even urgency. Consider how two individuals present feedback during a meeting. The first approaches the situation with a harsh and critical tone, shutting down input and discouraging discussion. On the other hand, the second person offers constructive feedback with a warm and supportive tone, inviting dialogue and collaboration. The contrasting tones lead to vastly different dynamics in the room, showcasing how essential these aspects are in guiding conversations. To deepen your understanding of tone, start by practicing the emotion check. Before you speak, take a moment to connect with the emotion you want to convey. If you aim to inspire excitement, shift your tone to reflect that energy. Imagine addressing a team about an upcoming project and consciously infusing your voice with enthusiasm to motivate your audience to engage actively. Next, focus on mastering the pause technique. This involves incorporating brief silences before and after key statements. These pauses not only give weight to your words, but also create space for your listeners to process what you've said. If you're making a request, allowing a moment of silence after your ask can encourage contemplation and elevate its importance. Another technique to enhance your timing is what I call the contextual timing strategy. Pay attention to your surroundings and choose the appropriate moment to share your thoughts. For instance, if a colleague is visibly stressed, this may not be the best time to request a favor. Instead, wait for a calmer moment to have that conversation. Additionally, practice active listening to enhance your understanding of tone and timing. By genuinely engaging with your conversation partner, you can mirror their tone and adjust your timing accordingly to create rapport. When they express excitement, respond with similar energy, creating a collaborative environment. As you refine your skills in tone and timing, you'll witness the profound impact they have on your interactions. Learning these subtleties empowers you to communicate more effectively, fostering deeper connections and ensuring that your messages resonate. Each of these techniques builds a foundation for more impactful communication that will serve you in countless scenarios. To further develop your mastery of these skills, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and continue your journey toward becoming an exceptional communicator. Chapter 5. Asking with authority, not aggression. Imagine a high-stakes negotiation in a sleek boardroom, tension palpable as two parties grapple over terms. Suddenly, one negotiator leans forward, their voice steady, and calmly asserts, "If we can adjust the timeline, I believe both of us can achieve our goals." This powerful moment highlights a crucial aspect of communication: asking with authority. It's the ability to express your needs boldly and respectfully, without veering into aggression. This skill is not only fundamental in negotiations, but also vital in everyday interactions, shaping how others perceive our confidence and intentions. Asking with authority means communicating your desires assertively, while respecting the perspectives of others. It is about standing firm in your position while exuding confidence, creating a dialogue that commands attention without aggression. The importance of this skill cannot be overstated. It cultivates an environment of respect and openness, where your voice is not just heard, but valued. When you ask with authority, you inspire trust and connection, essential ingredients for fruitful interactions. Consider two scenarios. In the first, an employee timidly asks their manager for a project deadline extension, stumbling over their words, which fosters doubt. In the second scenario, the same employee confidently presents their case, explaining why an extension would ensure higher quality. The latter scenario not only shows authority in their request, but the manager is much more likely to respond positively, fostering a productive relationship. To develop this skill, the first technique you can use is the power posture. This involves intentionally adopting an open and assertive posture while speaking. Experiment with standing tall, shoulders back, and making eye contact during conversations. Role-play assertive requests with a friend, paying attention to how your body language shifts the dynamic. You'll find that presenting yourself confidently alters how others respond to you. Next, incorporate the I statements technique. Instead of a passive approach that might sound like, "Could you maybe help me with this?" rephrase it confidently. For instance, say, "I need your help on this project to ensure we stay on track." This shift not only clarifies your needs, but expresses authority over the conversation. By practicing this in everyday interactions, you'll feel more empowered to communicate your desires clearly. Another effective approach is to use the pause for impact method. After making your request, pause and allow a moment of silence. This gives your listener time to consider your ask and reinforces the significance of your words. You can practice this in meetings where you present ideas. Pause after your key points to enhance their impact. Finally, embrace the power of preparation. Anticipate various scenarios and practice your responses in advance. The more prepared you feel, the more naturally authority will flow from you. For example, rehearse asking for a raise or pitching a new idea, mapping out potential objections you might face, and how to respond assertively. As you refine your ability to ask with authority rather than aggression, you'll create more constructive and positive interactions. This transformation enhances not only your communication, but sets the stage for stronger relationships, both personally and professionally. Remember, each assertive ask is an opportunity to assert your voice in a meaningful way. To further explore powerful communication techniques, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and uplift your ability to connect with others effectively. Chapter 6: The Psychology of Influence and Persuasion. Imagine standing in a crowded theater, captivated by a speaker who effortlessly commands the room's attention. With every word, they draw you into their world, and suddenly, you find yourself nodding in agreement, inspired to act. This scenario illustrates the power of influence and persuasion, skills that are crucial in effective communication. The ability to sway thoughts and motivate action is not just an art, it's grounded in psychology and can be harnessed by anyone willing to learn. Influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of others, while persuasion is the process of convincing someone to do or believe something through reasoning or argument. These skills play a pivotal role in everyday interactions, whether you're trying to persuade colleagues in meetings, motivate friends, or engage in compelling storytelling at social gatherings. Understanding and mastering this psychology provides a competitive edge in both personal and professional settings. Consider two situations. A colleague walks into a meeting with a half-hearted proposal, lacking confidence and enthusiasm. Unsurprisingly, the team remains indifferent, and the proposal is shelved. In contrast, another colleague strides in with a compelling narrative, appealing to shared values and emotions. They are met with enthusiasm, fostering collaboration and engagement. The difference lies not solely in content, but in the ability to influence effectively and persuade with purpose. To cultivate your influence and persuasion skills, start with the connection principle. Build rapport by finding common ground with your audience. Before launching into your request, take time to establish trust and mutual interests. This could be as simple as opening a conversation about shared experiences or goals. For instance, when negotiating with a client, start by discussing mutual challenges, which sets a collaborative tone and makes them more receptive to your ideas. Next, apply the storytelling technique. Humans are wired for stories. We resonate with emotions and the human experience. When presenting a request or idea, frame it as a narrative. For example, instead of outlining just facts about your project, share a story about how your proposal could lead to significant positive change. This technique transforms a simple ask into a relatable journey that your audience can engage with and invest in emotionally. Another powerful tactic is the reciprocity method. People are naturally inclined to want to return favors or kindness. When making your ask, consider how you can offer value first. During a conversation with a potential collaborator, you might begin by sharing insights, resources, or support before requesting assistance. This creates a sense of obligation and enhances the chances of a favorable response. Additionally, harness the scarcity principle. Emphasizing the unique value or limited availability of your offer can heighten interest. If you're proposing a limited time opportunity or exclusive information, frame it in a way that compels your audience to act swiftly. For instance, when promoting a product or idea, you might say, "This offer is only available for the next week," ensuring that you don't miss out. As you delve into the art of influence and persuasion, you'll realize their profound impact on your ability to communicate effectively and inspire action. These techniques not only empower your voice, but also help you create connections that foster trust and mutual benefit. By enhancing these skills, you set the stage for meaningful interactions that resonate deeply with others. To explore more powerful strategies for effective communication, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and continue this empowering journey together. Chapter 7: Breaking Free from Fear of Rejection. Imagine standing at the edge of a diving board, gazing at the deep blue water below. In that moment, the dreaded fear of rejection wraps around you like a lifebuoy, and you hesitate, contemplating the leap. Now envision taking a deep breath and plunging into the water, feeling the exhilarating rush as you break the surface. This leap represents the journey of breaking free from the fear of rejection, something many of us face when navigating social interactions. Overcoming this fear is crucial for effective communication, allowing us to express ourselves authentically without being paralyzed by what others might think. The fear of rejection is an emotional response that prevents us from asking for what we want or expressing our true thoughts and feelings. It's the worry that if we put ourselves out there, we might be denied, dismissed, or worse, judged. Understanding this fear and finding ways to manage it is essential. When we allow the fear of rejection to dominate our actions, we limit ourselves and miss out on opportunities for connection, growth, and success in our relationships, both personal and professional. Let's consider two scenarios. In one, a person refrains from asking a manager for a flexible work schedule out of fear that it may be rejected, resulting in lingering stress about work-life balance. In another situation, someone musters the courage to make the same request, presenting their case with thoughtful reasoning. The first individual remains trapped by their fear, while the second opens the door to potential solutions and improved well-being. It is clear how overcoming this fear empowers individuals to advocate for themselves and create positive changes in their lives. To effectively break free from the fear of rejection, begin with the reframe your thoughts technique. Challenge the negative beliefs that fuel this fear. For instance, instead of thinking, "What if they say no?" shift your perspective to, "What if they say yes?" Write down these reframed thoughts and visualize positive outcomes instead. This shift not only alleviates anxiety, but encourages a proactive mindset. Another helpful strategy is the desensitization approach. Gradually expose yourself to situations that provoke this fear. Start small by requesting minor things, like asking a barista for a customized drink or initiating a conversation with a stranger. Each small success will build your confidence, making larger asks feel more attainable. Practice this at social gatherings where you can strike up conversations or share your views in relaxed settings. Consider using the visualization technique before making requests. Picture yourself succeeding in the interaction, feeling all the positive emotions associated with it. Visualize not just the ask, but how you plan to navigate the conversation. This mental practice can ease nerves and make you feel more prepared when it's time to engage. Finally, remember to cultivate self-compassion as you navigate this journey. Understand that rejection is a part of life and does not define your worth. Acknowledge your feelings, but do not let them dictate your actions. Reaffirm your value, regardless of the outcome of any single interaction. As you commit to breaking free from the fear of rejection, you'll discover a world where your voice is heard and your needs are articulated boldly. Embracing this psychological journey empowers you to engage with others authentically and opens doors to countless opportunities. With each step you take, you grow stronger and more resilient, ready to seize the moment and make impactful asks. To continue this transformative journey, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and unleash the power of your communication skills. Chapter 8: How to Handle Pushback with Confidence. Imagine a debate stage where two passionate speakers present divergent views. One speaker, faced with tough questions and skepticism, maintains composure, responding with thoughtfulness and grace, while the other falters, becoming defensive and rattled. This contrast powerfully illustrates the skill of handling pushback with confidence. In life, we encounter resistance in various forms, whether during negotiations, discussions, or even everyday conversations. The ability to engage with dissent constructively not only strengthens your position, but fosters mutual respect and understanding. Handling pushback means navigating objections, questions, or criticism effectively and assertively. It is about maintaining your poise and clarity while opening up a dialogue where differing opinions can coexist. This skill is essential because it safeguards your credibility, promotes healthy interactions, and enhances your ability to influence others positively. When you can manage pushback with confidence, you create a conducive environment for collaboration and constructive discourse. Consider the example of an employee presenting a new idea to their team. If they encounter skepticism and respond defensively, they risk alienating their colleagues. Conversely, if they welcome feedback, acknowledging the concerns while articulating their vision clearly, they not only reinforce their credibility, but also invite valuable insights. The difference in these approaches can significantly impact the outcome of the discussion. To develop your skill in handling pushback, start with the listen first technique. When faced with objections, take a moment to listen actively before responding. This means giving your full attention to the other person's concerns and expressing empathy. For instance, if a colleague voices hesitations about your proposal, say, "I understand your concern about the budget. Let's explore this together." This approach demonstrates respect for their perspective and helps to de-escalate any tension. Next, practice the clarification technique. After listening, ask clarifying questions to ensure you comprehend their concerns fully. An example could be, "Can you elaborate on what specifically worries you about the timelines?" In doing so, you invite a constructive dialogue and gather the information necessary to address their objections effectively. Another useful strategy is the acknowledge and pivot method. Acknowledge the validity of the feedback before smoothly pivoting back to your point. For instance, you might say, "You bring up a valid point about the risks. However, I believe the potential benefits outweigh those risks if we implement robust safeguards." This technique showcases your ability to appreciate differing viewpoints while reaffirming your stance. The stay calm technique is also invaluable. When faced with challenging feedback, practice grounding techniques such as deep breathing, which keeps your voice steady and your demeanor composed. This not only calms your mind, but also signals to your listeners that you are in control of the situation. As you work on these skills, remember that handling pushback with confidence is a crucial part of effective communication and personal growth. Each opportunity to navigate resistance allows you to refine your ability to engage thoughtfully, fostering an atmosphere where collaboration flourishes. Embrace these techniques as tools to enhance your conversations and strengthen your positions. For more transformative strategies on effective communication, make sure to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and continue evolving into a confident and influential communicator. Chapter 9: The Magic of Framing Your Request. Imagine you're watching a magician perform an astounding trick. One moment, a seemingly ordinary object is transformed into something extraordinary, captivating the audience's attention and sparking curiosity. This act of framing transforms the mundane into the remarkable and plays a powerful role in how we communicate our needs and desires. When we frame our requests effectively, we not only capture the attention of our audience, but also influence how they perceive and respond to our asks. Understanding the art of framing is essential for anyone looking to improve their communication skills and achieve their objectives. Framing your request is the skill of presenting your ask in a way that highlights its benefits and relevance to the listener. It shapes the context in which your message is received, influencing how it's understood and acted upon. This technique is crucial because how we present our needs can significantly impact the responses we elicit. A well-framed request can transform skepticism into enthusiasm, fostering a sense of collaboration and engagement. Consider the difference between two roommates asking for help with chores. The first casually mentions, "Can you do the dishes?" This lackluster approach may be met with resistance or indifference. In contrast, the second roommate approaches the situation with a frame. "If you could help with the dishes tonight, we'll have more time to relax and watch that movie we've both been wanting to see." The second request not only articulates a specific need, but also appeals to a shared interest, making it more compelling. To enhance your ability to frame requests effectively, start with the benefit highlighting technique. Before making your ask, think about how it benefits the other person. When you're asking for a favor, try to articulate what's in it for them. For example, when requesting coworkers to support your new initiative, explain how their involvement will contribute to team success, giving everyone a sense of ownership and purpose. Another useful strategy is the shared goals approach. When framing your request, identify common interests or goals that resonate with your audience. If you're seeking input from a group on a project, say, "By working together on this, we can achieve a result that highlights all our contributions." Framing your ask this way creates an inclusive atmosphere where collaboration feels desirable and rewarding. Additionally, practice the storytelling frame. People remember stories far more than they do flat statements. When making your request, weave it into a narrative that illustrates why the ask is important. For instance, instead of asking, "Can you help with the event tomorrow?" you could say, "We have an amazing opportunity to impress our clients tomorrow, and your expertise will be pivotal in creating a successful event." This approach makes the request feel significant and personal. Furthermore, remember the urgency frame. Timing can play a crucial role in how your request is received. If you frame your ask with a sense of urgency, it can motivate action. For instance, you could say, "I need your feedback today to ensure we meet the project deadline, and your insights are invaluable to shaping our approach." As you begin to master the art of framing requests, you'll find that your ability to communicate effectively will skyrocket, creating opportunities and fostering collaboration. Each strategic frame not only enhances your asks, but also cultivates relationships grounded in mutual benefit and understanding. Embrace these techniques to elevate your communication game and transform your interactions. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, to continue learning how to master the art of influence and communication. Chapter 10. Mastering Difficult Conversations with Ease. Imagine a tense situation. A manager calls a team member into their office to discuss a poor performance review. The room is fraught with unspoken anxiety, and both parties feel the weight of the conversation on their shoulders. Suddenly, the manager approaches the discussion with empathy and clarity, opening the dialogue in a way that makes the employee feel heard and valued. This pivotal moment demonstrates the power of mastering difficult conversations. The ability to navigate tough discussions is more than just a communication skill. It's a vital tool for peaceful resolutions and stronger relationships. Mastering difficult conversations means engaging effectively in challenging discussions where emotions run high and stakes feel significant. It involves addressing uncomfortable topics assertively and respectfully, fostering an environment of open communication and mutual understanding. The importance of this skill is profound. It not only resolves issues but also builds trust and respect. When you handle difficult conversations with finesse, you demonstrate resilience and integrity, paving the way for healthier interactions and more productive outcomes. Consider how different scenarios unfold. One employee avoids discussing workload concerns with their boss, leading to burnout and resentment. In another situation, a colleague directly addresses their apprehensions about a project, facilitating a collaborative conversation that strengthens their working relationship. The former approach breeds discord, whereas the latter promotes transparency and teamwork, showcasing the impact of mastering challenging dialogues. To develop your ability to handle difficult conversations, start with the preparation framework. Before entering a tough discussion, take time to organize your thoughts and anticipate potential reactions. Write down your main points and identify your desired outcome. For example, before addressing performance issues with a team member, outline specific observations and express how you hope to collaboratively find solutions. Preparation instills confidence and clarity, making you more comfortable in the conversation. Next, practice the empathy approach. Acknowledge the other person's feelings by expressing your understanding of their perspective. For instance, when discussing changes in the office, you might say, "I can see that this news may create uncertainty, and I want to talk through your concerns." This technique softens the conversation, making it less confrontational and more constructive. Employing the pause and reflect technique is also essential. During the conversation, if emotions start to escalate, take a moment to breathe and collect your thoughts before responding. For example, if an employee reacts defensively to feedback, rather than countering immediately, pause to consider their emotions and respond thoughtfully. This simple pause can prevent misunderstandings and demonstrate your commitment to effective communication. Another effective method is to use the ask for input strategy. Invite the other person to share their thoughts, creating a dialogue rather than a monologue. If you find yourself delivering difficult feedback, incorporate questions such as, "How do you feel about this?" or "What can we do together to improve this situation?" This collaborative approach promotes ownership of the conversation and fosters vulnerability. As you practice these techniques, you'll find that mastering difficult conversations becomes less daunting and more rewarding. Each successful dialogue not only strengthens your communication skills, but helps you cultivate deeper connections and trust with those around you. Embrace the challenges of these discussions as opportunities for growth and meaningful exchanges. For continued insight and practical strategies on effective communication, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and elevate your conversation mastery journey. Chapter 11. How to Say No Without Guilt. Imagine receiving an invitation to a weekend gathering with friends. You genuinely appreciate the gesture, but know that committing to this means sacrificing your much-needed downtime. In this moment of decision, saying no can feel daunting, wrapped in the fear of disappointing others or seeming indifferent. However, learning how to say no gracefully is not just empowering, it's essential for maintaining your boundaries and well-being. This skill is about respectfully declining requests while upholding your self-respect, creating space for what truly matters to you. Saying no without guilt means expressing your refusal clearly and confidently, without unnecessary explanations or justifications. This skill is significant because it protects your time and energy, helping you prioritize commitments that align with your values and goals. When you can say no effectively, you create healthier relationships based on mutual respect and understanding. It's crucial to recognize that saying no is not a rejection of the person making the request. Rather, it's an affirmation of your own needs and limitations. Consider how people navigate situations involving unwanted demands. One person may feel compelled to accept every invitation out of fear of rejection, only to end up overwhelmed and frustrated. This often leads to burnout and resentment. Meanwhile, someone who can assertively say no can maintain their well-being, communicating boundaries clearly and assertively. This ability can transform your life, allowing you to engage more fully in the commitments you choose to undertake. To develop your skill in saying no without guilt, begin with the clarity technique. First, identify your priorities and values. Before accepting or declining an invitation or request, take a moment to consider whether it aligns with your objectives. Practicing this approach can help you articulate your decision confidently. For example, if you have a work project that requires your attention, respond with, "I appreciate the invitation, but I need to focus on my current project." Next, apply the direct approach. When responding to any request, be straightforward and honest without equivocation. Instead of using vague phrases like, "I'll think about it," you might say, "I'm not available this time." This technique minimizes confusion and reinforces your position without leaving room for negotiation. Employing the gratitude frame is another effective method. When declining a request, express your appreciation for being considered. For example, saying, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to this right now," conveys respect for the requester's feelings while maintaining your boundaries. This framing softens the no and leaves the door open for future opportunities. Lastly, practice the role-play exercise with a trusted friend. Simulate scenarios where you need to say no, allowing yourself to explore various responses and build confidence. This practice prepares you for real-life situations, making it easier to assert yourself when the moment arises. As you become more adept at saying no without guilt, you will cultivate greater self-respect and establish healthier relationships. Each time you assertively decline a request, you reinforce the understanding that your time and energy are valuable. Saying no is not just a refusal. It is a commitment to honoring your own needs. Embrace this skill as a vital part of your communication toolkit and watch how it transforms your engagements. For additional insights and strategies on effective communication, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and continue your journey toward confident interactions. Chapter 12: The Art of Persuasion Without Pressure. Imagine attending a dinner party where a friend shares an idea for a new project. Instead of launching into a hard sell, they subtly weave the concept into the conversation, encouraging thoughts and discussion rather than demands. This gentle yet effective approach exemplifies the art of persuasion without pressure. Mastering this skill allows you to influence others in a way that feels natural and comfortable, ensuring that your ideas resonate without inducing resistance. Persuasion without pressure means guiding others towards a decision or belief without making them feel compelled or cornered. It's about creating an environment where open dialogue flourishes, allowing for exploration and collaboration rather than confrontation. This skill is crucial because it not only enhances relationships, but also fosters trust and rapport. When people feel free to express their thoughts, they are more likely to embrace new ideas and perspectives positively. Consider two salespeople. One who resorts to aggressive tactics, pushing customers into making decisions, and another who listens to their needs and offers tailored solutions. The first salesperson may achieve immediate sales but often leaves customers feeling unsatisfied and reluctant to return. In contrast, the second salesperson builds lasting relationships, establishing loyalty and trust, ultimately leading to repeat business and referrals. This contrasting approach highlights how the art of gentle persuasion can lead to more significant and meaningful outcomes. To develop your skill in persuasion without pressure, start with the listen actively technique. Engaging in meaningful conversations involves more than simply speaking. It requires genuine listening. When discussing your ideas, Take time to ask open-ended questions and allow others to share their perspectives. For instance, instead of saying, "You should try this," ask, "What have your experiences been with similar ideas?" This approach not only invites dialogue but also demonstrates that you value their input. Next, embrace the storytelling method. Share stories that convey the benefits of your ideas without seeming overly persuasive. People connect with narratives, and framing your idea within a relatable story can make it more compelling. For example, you might recount how a particular strategy helped a team overcome challenges, subtly encouraging your audience to consider adopting a similar approach. This technique engages emotions, making it easier for others to see the value in what you're proposing. Another effective strategy is the positive framing technique. Present your ideas in a way that highlights possibilities rather than limitations. Instead of framing a proposal as a risk, emphasize the potential benefits. For example, you can say, "By exploring this new market, we can increase our revenue significantly," rather than focusing on what could go wrong. This positive outlook creates a sense of excitement and motivation around your suggestions. Additionally, practice the invite collaboration approach. Rather than pushing your ideas, invite others to contribute their insights and thoughts. This not only fosters teamwork, but also allows individuals to feel invested in the decision-making process. A simple way to do this is by saying, "I would love to hear your thoughts on this idea and how we can develop it together." This inclusivity not only makes others feel valued, but also enriches the overall conversation. As you cultivate these techniques, you will find the balance of persuasion to be incredibly rewarding. It enables you to influence others while maintaining integrity and respect. Mastering the art of persuasion without pressure will enhance your ability to communicate effectively and build deeper connections. This journey is not just about sharing your ideas, but also about creating environments where collaboration thrives. Continue to explore these strategies, and for more insights into powerful communication, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and transform the way you connect with others. Chapter 13: The Unseen Power of Body Language. Picture yourself in a crowded cafe, engaged in conversation with a friend. As you speak about an exciting opportunity, you notice them leaning in, maintaining eye contact, and nodding in enthusiastic agreement. Without uttering a single word, their body language conveys interest and support, enhancing the connection between you. This powerful interaction illustrates the subtle yet significant impact of body language in effective communication. The ability to read and utilize body language can enhance your interactions in ways that words sometimes cannot, making it a vital skill for anyone looking to improve their communication prowess. Body language encompasses the non-verbal cues we send through our gestures, posture, facial expressions, and even how we position ourselves in relation to others. It's a form of communication that often speaks louder than words. Understanding and mastering this skill can profoundly affect how messages are perceived and received. When you are conscious of your body language, you can reinforce the verbal messages you convey, building trust and rapport with your audience. Conversely, misaligned body language can lead to misunderstandings or create barriers in communication. Consider how two individuals might give a presentation. One stands confidently with open gestures, maintaining eye contact and projecting enthusiasm, while the other slouches, avoids eye contact, and fidgets nervously. The first presenter effectively engages the audience, fostering a positive response, while the second is likely to lose their listeners' attention. This stark contrast exemplifies how powerful body language can influence interactions and perceptions. To enhance your body language skills, start with the posture technique. Stand or sit tall, with your shoulders back, projecting confidence. When you're presenting or engaging in a conversation, ensure that you're facing the person you're speaking with. This simple shift not only boosts your own confidence, but also demonstrates to others that you value the interaction. You might even practice this technique in front of a mirror, adjusting your posture to see how it affects your presence and overall energy. Next, practice the eye contact method. Maintaining appropriate eye contact creates a sense of connection and trust. When conversing, aim to hold eye contact for a few seconds, then break it naturally. This technique invites engagement and shows that you're genuinely interested in the interaction. Role-play conversations with a friend, focusing on how sustained eye contact enhances the depth of your dialogue. Another effective strategy is the gestural alignment approach. Use hand gestures to emphasize your points and express enthusiasm. When presenting ideas or sharing experiences, allow your hands to convey your emotions. For instance, if you're excited about a new project, open your hands wide to demonstrate your enthusiasm. This not only supports your verbal message, but also keeps the audience engaged. Additionally, the mirror technique can be incredibly beneficial. Subtly mirroring the body language of the person you are speaking with fosters a sense of rapport and connection. If they lean in, you lean in slightly. If they smile, smile back. This mirroring creates a sense of familiarity and comfort in the conversation, making others more receptive to your message. As you cultivate these body language techniques, you'll find that your interactions become more impactful and engaging. Mastering the art of nonverbal communication enhances not only your confidence, but also your ability to connect meaningfully with others. Each subtle cue you learn to recognize and employ can lead to deeper relationships and more effective communication. As you continue this journey, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, where you can explore more insights into the art of powerful communication and expression. Chapter 14. Mastering the Give and Take of Negotiation. Imagine two seasoned negotiators seated at a table, each bringing their own interests to the forefront. As the conversation begins, they each share their objectives clearly, but also express a willingness to understand the other's perspective. They engage in a back-and-forth dialogue, skillfully trading proposals and counteroffers, resulting in a mutually beneficial agreement. This dynamic exemplifies the art of mastering the give and take of negotiation, a vital skill in both personal and professional realms. Being able to negotiate effectively means finding common ground while ensuring that all parties feel valued and appreciated. Mastering the give and take of negotiation refers to the ability to engage in discussions where both sides can express their needs, make concessions, and ultimately reach a satisfactory agreement. This skill is essential because it not only enhances your ability to influence outcomes, but also fosters relationships built on respect and understanding. Effective negotiation goes beyond merely getting what you want. It's about cultivating an environment where collaboration is prioritized, leading to sustainable agreements that benefit everyone involved. Think about a common situation: a job interview. A candidate might feel anxious about salary expectations, either overvaluing themselves or underselling their worth. However, a skilled negotiator approaches the discussion with preparation and confidence, articulating their value while inviting an open dialogue about compensation. This ability to negotiate effectively can lead to a satisfactory outcome for both the candidate and the hiring organization, exemplifying the true essence of reciprocal negotiation. To develop your negotiation skills, start with the preparation technique. Before entering any negotiation, take time to research and define your objectives, as well as anticipate the needs of the other party. Knowing your worth and the market standards allows you to present your case confidently. For example, if you're negotiating a raise, gather data on industry salaries and your contributions to the company beforehand to support your request. This preparation helps eliminate anxiety and reinforces your position during the negotiation. Next, utilize the active listening technique. During negotiations, practice listening attentively to understand the other person's point of view. This not only demonstrates respect, but also provides insights into their needs and priorities. You might nod or ask clarifying questions, such as, "Can you help me understand your concerns better?" This encourages open communication and establishes a foundation for collaboration. Another crucial approach is the win-win mindset. Focus on creating solutions that benefit both parties. Instead of viewing negotiation as a competition, reframe it as a problem-solving exercise. For instance, if you're discussing a project timeline, explore options that accommodate the needs of both teams. By presenting creative solutions, like staggered deadlines, you demonstrate your commitment to collaboration, fostering goodwill and trust in the process. Engage in role-play exercises to practice negotiating skills. Pair up with a friend and simulate various negotiation scenarios, such as discussing rates for freelance work or negotiating project responsibilities. This practice allows you to experiment with different approaches while receiving feedback on your style and effectiveness. As you refine your ability to master the give and take of negotiation, you will find that not only do your outcomes improve, but the relationships you build through this process also strengthen. Remember that effective negotiation is a blend of strategy, empathy, and communication skills. Each conversation presents an opportunity to practice and enhance these capabilities. Embrace this journey as a means of empowerment and collaboration, and for continued insights into powerful communication strategies, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and elevate your negotiation prowess. Chapter 15: Building Trust Through Assertive Communication. Imagine a scenario where a team leader stands before their colleagues, openly acknowledging both the successes and the challenges the group faces. As they share this transparent overview, a powerful sense of trust begins to form. Colleagues feel valued and included in the conversation, paving the way for collaboration and support. This moment encapsulates the essence of building trust through assertive communication, a crucial skill for fostering strong and productive relationships in any environment. Trust is not merely a byproduct of interaction, it's an essential foundation that can be cultivated through clear, honest, and respectful communication. Building trust through assertive communication means expressing your thoughts, feelings, and needs openly while also respecting the needs of others. It creates an atmosphere where individuals feel safe to share their perspectives, knowing they will be heard and valued. This is important not only in personal relationships, but also in professional settings, as trust directly impacts teamwork, productivity, and overall morale. When individuals engage with one another assertively, they lay the groundwork for fruitful discussions, effective problem-solving, and long-lasting connections. Consider a workplace scenario where two employees are collaborating on a project. One employee communicates their ideas confidently while being receptive to feedback, fostering an environment of mutual respect. In contrast, another employee withholds their thoughts, fearing judgment, which leads to frustration and misunderstandings. The first approach exemplifies how assertive communication can enhance trust, while the second illustrates how silence can breed uncertainty and conflict. To develop your ability to build trust through assertive communication, start with the clarity and honesty technique. When sharing your thoughts or feelings, aim to articulate your message as clearly and honestly as possible. For instance, instead of vaguely expressing frustration by saying, "Things aren't going well," clearly state, "I feel overwhelmed by our current deadlines and need support." This directness fosters understanding and signals to others that you value transparency, thereby encouraging them to share their own feelings. Next, employ the active listening approach. Demonstrating that you genuinely value others' opinions is key to building trust. When engaged in a conversation, practice active listening by nodding, summarizing what they've said, and asking follow-up questions. For example, if a colleague expresses a concern, respond with, "I hear you. It sounds like you're struggling with the workload. Can we brainstorm how to redistribute tasks?" This response not only validates their feelings, but also encourages collaborative problem-solving. Another effective strategy is the empathy expression technique. When discussing difficult topics, try to acknowledge the feelings of others. You might say, "I understand that this change might be unsettling for you, and I appreciate your concerns." This empathetic approach demonstrates emotional intelligence and showcases your commitment to fostering trust. Additionally, practice the consistent follow-up habit. After discussions, especially those involving commitments, follow up with the parties involved. This simple act shows that you are dependable and invested in nurturing the relationship. Sending a quick message summarizing the key points decided upon and expressing gratitude further solidifies trust. As you enhance your skills in building trust through assertive communication, take notice of the positive ripple effect it creates in your interactions. The ability to express oneself while fostering an environment of vulnerability and respect significantly enriches both personal and professional relationships. Embrace these techniques as vital components in your toolkit for effective communication. By cultivating trust, you empower not only yourself, but those around you. For more valuable insights into strengthening your communication capabilities, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and continue your journey toward mastery in connecting with others. Chapter 16. Asking in the Workplace, Getting Ahead. Imagine walking into a meeting filled with decision makers, your palms sweating slightly as you prepare to pitch your innovative idea. You've spent countless hours crafting the perfect proposal, but the thought of asking for support from your colleagues and managers feels overwhelming. Yet, consider how transformative the power of asking can be. The ability to articulate your needs and aspirations not only influences your career trajectory, but also shapes the dynamics within your workplace. When you learn to ask effectively, you pave your path to advancement while enriching your organizational culture. Asking in the workplace means confidently expressing your needs, whether for resources, feedback, or support, while also respecting the perspectives of others. This skill is crucial because it enables you to navigate professional relationships and interactions with authenticity and purpose. When executed effectively, asking fosters collaboration, encourages innovation, and can significantly boost your career development. It empowers individuals to advocate for themselves and gather the necessary support to realize their goals, all while contributing to a positive workplace culture. Consider two employees at a company. The first stays silent during meetings, hesitant to voice their ideas or needs, which ultimately stunts their growth and leaves them feeling overlooked. In contrast, the second employee articulates their ambitions and asks for guidance and resources to implement their ideas. By putting their needs out there respectfully, they not only gain visibility, but also inspire collaboration among their peers. This comparison clearly illustrates how effective asking can propel your career forward. To develop this vital skill, begin with the clarify your intentions technique. Before making a request, take a moment to define what you want and why it matters. Whether you're asking for mentorship or additional resources, being clear about your intentions helps you articulate your needs confidently. For example, rather than saying, "Can I have some help on this project?" specify, "I would appreciate your insight on our marketing strategy because your expertise will greatly enhance our approach." This not only clarifies your request, but also highlights its value. Next, utilize the positive framing strategy. When asking for something, frame your request in a way that emphasizes the benefits for both parties. Instead of presenting your ask as a burden, say, "By collaborating on this project, we can combine our strengths to achieve outstanding results." This technique shifts the focus to mutual benefit, making your request more appealing and fostering a collaborative spirit. Another effective approach is to employ the timing technique. Timing can significantly affect how your request is received. Observe the mood and context of your workplace before making an ask. If your manager just came out of a stressful meeting, wait for a more relaxed moment to share your thoughts. This sensitivity to context demonstrates your awareness and respect for others' situations, making them more receptive to your request. Additionally, practice the follow-up habit after making your request. Regardless of the response, express gratitude for their time and consideration. This reinforces respect for the other person's opinion and strengthens your rapport. For instance, whether your request is granted or not, you might say, "Thank you for considering my proposal. I appreciate your feedback." This attitude cultivates ongoing dialogue and trust. As you enhance your ability to ask in the workplace, you'll not only improve your own opportunities, but also contribute to a culture where open communication thrives. Each constructive ask you make paves the way for professional growth and collaboration. Embrace the art of asking as a transformative tool in your career journey. For further insights and practical tips on effective communication, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and continue your journey toward professional excellence. Chapter 17. Influence in Relationships. Speak and be heard. Imagine a gathering of friends, laughter filling the air as stories are shared. In the midst of this dynamic interaction, one person stands out who doesn't just talk but connects, making everyone feel valued and engaged. Their ability to influence those around them transforms the atmosphere, proving the vital role of effective communication in relationships. This example underscores the significance of influencing others with intent and authenticity, a skill essential for nurturing meaningful connections in both personal and professional spheres. Influence in relationships means the capacity to affect the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of others in a constructive way. This skill is crucial as it fosters collaboration, understanding, and support within any relationship dynamic. When you can influence those around you positively, it enhances trust, resolves conflicts, and inspires cooperation. The ability to do so can lead to deeper connections that enrich your life and the lives of others, making communication not just a tool for interaction, but a bridge for meaningful relationships. Consider two friends navigating a disagreement. One quietly withdraws, allowing frustration to fester, while the other proactively engages, seeking to understand the other's viewpoint. By expressing their feelings and demonstrating empathy, the second friend influences the conversation toward resolution and understanding. This scenario illustrates how effective communication can avert conflict and strengthen relationships rather than weaken them. To enhance your ability to influence others in relationships, start with the express genuine interest technique. Approach conversations with a sincere desire to understand the other person. Ask open-ended questions and actively listen to their responses. For example, instead of asking, "Did you enjoy the movie?" you might inquire, "What aspects of the movie resonated with you the most?" This not only shows that you care, but encourages a deeper dialogue, allowing you to connect on a more meaningful level. Next, incorporate the empathy reflection method. When someone shares their feelings or experiences, reflect back what you hear to demonstrate understanding. For instance, if a friend expresses stress about work, you can say, "It sounds like you're feeling overwhelmed by your responsibilities." This technique validates their emotions, reinforcing trust and making them feel heard, which strengthens your ability to influence positively. Another powerful approach is to practice the positive reinforcement strategy. Compliment and acknowledge the strengths and contributions of others regularly. Let's say a colleague presents a great idea during a meeting. By expressing genuine appreciation, "That's an excellent point, and I love how you approached the problem." You not only enhance their confidence, but also create an environment where they feel empowered to share more in the future. This reciprocal influence enriches the relationship. Engaging with the storytelling technique can also amplify your influence. Share personal anecdotes that resonate with the points you're discussing, as stories tend to evoke emotions and establish connections. For instance, if you are discussing the importance of team collaboration, recount a time when teamwork led to success in your personal or professional life. This touch creates relatability and inspires others to engage with your perspective. As you hone the art of influencing others within your relationships, you will find that your ability to communicate effectively transforms how you connect with people. Each conversation becomes an opportunity to build rapport, resolve misunderstandings, and create positive interactions. Embrace these techniques as essential tools for enhancing the depth and quality of your relationships, and continually strive to speak with intent and purpose. For ongoing insights into effective communication and relationship building, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and cultivate your influence in every facet of your life. Chapter 18: The Confident Communicator in Social Settings. Picture yourself at a lively party, music buzzing in the background, and groups of people engrossed in conversation. Amidst the chatter, you spot someone standing slightly apart, their gaze scanning the room, uncertain about how to engage. Now envision another person who enters with confidence, approaching various groups with ease. They introduce themselves, ask open-ended questions, and share interesting anecdotes, drawing others into vibrant discussions. This scene highlights the palpable power of confident communication in social settings. When you possess the skill to engage naturally and comfortably, you transform mundane interactions into meaningful conversations, enhancing not only your experience, but also those around you. Being a confident communicator in social situations means expressing yourself clearly and engaging others with assurance and poise. This skill is vital because it helps create connections, fosters a sense of belonging, and enriches your social interactions. When you communicate confidently, you not only feel more at ease, but also invite others to engage openly. It allows you to navigate different social dynamics, strengthening your ability to build relationships and leave a lasting positive impression. Consider how different approaches play out at social events. One individual may cling to the edge of the room, fearful of initiating conversations, thus missing opportunities to connect with others. In contrast, someone who walks up to a group, effortlessly introduces themselves, and engages in conversation demonstrates confidence. This stark difference can dramatically alter the course of the evening for both individuals, illustrating the impact of confident communication. To cultivate your skills as a confident communicator in social settings, start with the preparation method. Before attending social events, take a moment to prepare topics or questions you can discuss. Think about recent news stories, common interests, or even shared experiences. For example, if you know some attendees enjoy sports, you might prepare questions about their favorite teams. Having conversation starters in mind can ease your anxiety and make initiating discussions feel more natural. Next, practice the open body language technique. Approach conversations with your body language conveying confidence and approachability. Stand tall, make eye contact, and smile as you engage with others. This nonverbal communication sets a welcoming tone, encouraging others to respond positively. You might rehearse this technique by practicing in front of a mirror or asking a friend for feedback on your body language during conversations. Another effective approach is the active engagement strategy. When conversing, demonstrate genuine interest in what others are saying by asking follow-up questions and nodding. For instance, if someone shares their vacation plans, respond with, "That sounds amazing. What was your favorite part of the trip?" Engaging actively not only makes the other person feel valued, but also encourages deeper connections and extended dialogue. Utilizing the storytelling technique can also elevate your conversations. Share personal stories that relate to the topic at hand, allowing your personality to shine through. For instance, if discussing hobbies, narrate a fun experience related to your passion. This method creates relatability, encourages sharing, and fosters a vibrant exchange of ideas. As you strengthen your skills as a confident communicator in social settings, you will begin to notice how effortless interactions can become. Each social event is an opportunity to practice and refine your skills, paving the way for enriched relationships and lasting connections. Embrace these techniques as tools for enhancing your confidence and enjoy the rewards they bring to your social experiences. For more insights and guidance on improving your communication skills, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and continue your journey toward becoming a socially confident individual. Chapter 19: Digital Communication. How to ask online. Imagine you're scrolling through your social media feed, and you come across a post where someone is seeking help with a project. The comments are filled with responses, varying in tone from enthusiastic to dismissive. In the digital age, how we communicate online is more crucial than ever, especially when it comes to making requests. The ability to ask for assistance, feedback, or collaboration effectively in a digital context can open doors to opportunities that may otherwise remain closed. It's important to master this skill as our interactions increasingly shift into the virtual realm. Digital communication encompasses any form of interaction conducted using electronic devices, including emails, social media, video calls, and instant messaging. Asking for what you need online involves clearly articulating your request while considering the nuances of the digital medium. This skill is vital because it allows you to connect with a broader audience, build professional relationships, and foster community involvement. Mastering the art of asking online enhances not only your ability to communicate your needs, but also strengthens your network and support system. Consider a scenario where a professional sends a general email asking for help without specifying their needs or the context. Their email is likely to be overlooked, lost in a sea of other messages. In contrast, a colleague who carefully crafts their request, outlining the project background and clearly defining what they seek, is much more likely to elicit a thoughtful response. This illustrates how effective digital communication can increase the likelihood of receiving assistance and support. To develop your skill in asking online, start with the subject line strategy. When crafting an email or message, use a clear and engaging subject line that succinctly conveys your request. For example, rather than a vague "help needed," try "seeking your insights on our marketing proposal." This clarity captures attention and increases the chances of a prompt response. Next, practice the concise and specific approach. Given the fast-paced nature of digital communication, aim to be direct and specific in your requests. Instead of saying, "Can you help me?" you might state, "Could you review my presentation slides and provide feedback by Friday?" This precision clarifies what you need and sets realistic expectations for a response. Another effective technique is the digital tone awareness method. The absence of nonverbal cues in online communication means that tone can be easily misinterpreted. Be mindful of your language and choose words that convey positivity and openness. For instance, rather than saying, "Please get back to me," opt for, "I would appreciate your thoughts at your earliest convenience." This subtle shift fosters a collaborative tone. Additionally, consider utilizing the engagement follow-up technique. After making a request, follow up with a thank you message or feedback once you receive a response. This not only expresses gratitude, but also reinforces connections. If someone assists you, let them know how their input made a difference in your work. Such gestures cultivate goodwill and encourage future collaborations. As you refine your ability to ask online, remember that effective digital communication is an essential asset in today's connected world. Each interaction presents an opportunity to enhance your requests and build meaningful relationships. Embrace these techniques as part of your toolkit for online communication, and watch how they transform your networking and collaborative efforts. For continued insights into mastering effective communication in various contexts, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and embark on a journey toward becoming a confident and capable communicator in every digital interaction. Chapter 20: Owning Your Voice and Asking Fearlessly. Imagine standing on a stage, the spotlight illuminating you as you prepare to share your ideas with an audience. Your heart races, and you feel the weight of everyone's eyes fixed on you. Yet, as you open your mouth, something incredible happens. Confidence flows through you, and your voice resonates with clarity and purpose. This moment exemplifies the power of owning your voice and asking fearlessly. When you learn to express your thoughts and needs assertively, you not only command attention but also inspire respect and engagement from those around you. Owning your voice means fully embracing your right to express your thoughts, feelings, and needs without hesitation or insecurity. This skill is critical not only in personal interactions but also in professional settings, as it empowers you to advocate for yourself and navigate conversations effectively. When you communicate fearlessly, you create an authentic connection that enhances relationships and promotes collaboration. A strong, confident voice can influence outcomes, foster trust, and build a supportive environment where everyone feels valued. Consider how two individuals approach discussions at work. One person holds back their ideas, feeling unsure of their worth, while the other confidently shares their input, persuasive and articulate. The employee who embraces their voice not only contributes to dynamic discussions, but also encourages others to join in, creating a culture of open communication. The first individual's silence, in contrast, limits their potential impact and leaves a wealth of insights unshared. This stark difference highlights the importance of owning your voice in any interaction. To cultivate the skill of owning your voice, begin with the positive affirmation method. Before engaging in conversations, take a moment to remind yourself of your value and the unique perspectives you bring. Simple affirmations like "My ideas matter" or "I have valuable insights to share" can boost your confidence. Try practicing these affirmations out loud before a meeting or social situation, allowing them to resonate with you and solidify your confidence. Next, engage in the voice modulation technique. Being aware of your vocal tone and pace can significantly impact how your message is received. Practice varying your pitch and speed to emphasize key points, creating a dynamic delivery that captivates your audience. For example, during a presentation, you might slow down and lower your voice when making an important statement, generating anticipation and focus among listeners. The ask with intent approach can also enhance your ability to own your voice. When making requests or sharing ideas, be direct and clear about your intentions. Instead of vaguely suggesting, "Maybe we should consider this," try confidently stating, "I believe we should adopt this strategy because it aligns with our goals." This clarity not only strengthens your position, but also invites collaboration and discussion. Another effective strategy is the role-play exercise. Engage with a trusted friend or colleague to simulate conversations where you practice owning your voice. Discuss various scenarios, whether it's asserting your ideas in a meeting or negotiating for what you need. Role-playing these interactions helps build your comfort and confidence in expressing yourself in real situations. Finally, continually reflect on your progress. After each interaction, take a moment to assess how you felt during the conversation. Did you convey your ideas firmly? Were you assertive in your requests? This reflection allows you to identify areas for improvement and reinforces your journey toward owning your voice entirely. As you embrace the power of your voice and learn to ask fearlessly, you will find a new world of opportunities opening before you. Each conversation becomes a chance to express your thoughts and connect authentically with others. Own your voice as a powerful instrument for influence and change. For further insights into mastering these techniques and enhancing your communication skills, remember to subscribe to my channel, Verbal Charisma, and embark on your journey towards fearless self-expression. In conclusion, effective communication is the key to unlocking your potential and enhancing your relationships. By mastering the art of asking with confidence, using body language effectively, and influencing others with authenticity, you pave the way for dynamic interactions that inspire collaboration and trust. Remember that owning your voice empowers you to express your needs and ideas unapologetically. As you step into each conversation, carry the knowledge and techniques you've gained, and embrace every opportunity to connect with others meaningfully. Thank you for taking the time to dive into this journey with us. Now, it's your turn to apply these skills. Take action today and watch how your interactions transform. For more valuable insights, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Verbal Charisma channel. Together, let's elevate your communication and create a brighter path toward achieving your goals.